Do you want to?
Sure. Hello, everyone. This is Manus with the Brain Drain, and today we have Kate and Gleb with us. And basically, Kate and Gleb are currently, I believe, in Kazakhstan. Am I correct? Yes. All right. Uh, why don't you just start off? And we also have Eric here, who's dealing with his home issues, and Constantine has just joined us, and of course Tamara is keeping control over everybody. So I'm going to ask Kate and Gleb just to begin. Introduce yourselves, tell us what you do, and what you currently do, and where you currently are. No sound.
Yes.
It's good to see happy faces. That's a good start.
Yes.
Miles.
All right. We didn't hear anything that you said. Your sound was off.
Can you hear me now? Can
Yes,
you hear
we
me
can.
now?
Yes.
Okay then.
Okay.
So
All
my
right.
name is Kate, and I am a professional in e-commerce. I work in e-commerce for 12 years already, and this is what I do for living. And right now, me, my husband, and our two dogs are living in Kazakhstan, Almaty. And here they are. Sorry for that.
Well, that's one of them.
Yes, she just needed attention.
Hello, my name is Gleb, and this is Tati. Now I'm starting work in Korzinka in Uzbekistan. It is a famous retail in Uzbekistan. I'm a product owner, logistic solution, transport, and warehouse.
Oh, okay. The story I see is a little bit incredible. You left your former life and have already changed several countries, including Georgia, Armenia, and Kazakhstan. And you're considering a move to Uzbekistan, which is, I guess, on the horizon. If you could describe this journey in one word, what would it be?
I think it's pretty similar simple word. It's changes, because every time you arrive in a new place, you need to change everything. Your place, your neighborhood, your gym, places where you walk your dogs, and etc. Coffee shops, supermarket, everything. So yes, I think that correct words for it is changes and to be ready for them.
Okay. And just to be clear on my own head, all four of you made these changes at the same time.
Yes, we did.
Okay. Okay. All right. You left Russia in March 2022. Please share what the most difficult thing about that decision, not logistically or professionally, but emotionally and personally.
Yes, I can tell. We actually had to give up our dreams because we lived in St. Petersburg, and we really wanted to buy an apartment in historical part of the city, and we dreamed of a summer house in out of the city. We wanted it to be near the river so we could kayak with our dogs, actually. So we were really dreamt about this life that we wanted to build there, and now we gave these dreams up.
And we left usual life, maybe. I left my business.
Okay. This could be a dangerous one. Constantly changing countries and living conditions requires immense resilience. What is your secret to maintaining your marriage and mutual support when life constantly throws new challenges your way?
Manus, pardon me interrupting. Can I add a couple things? And that's not
Sure.
a question. It's just as a fellow refugee. First of
Yes.
all, two things. First of all, huge respect to both of you because you left in March or April, short after the start of the war. And every time I see a person like that, I shake their hand because most of us left after mobilization kicked in. It was a big kick in the butt for us. Okay, we were kind of forced to leave, and you left way before that. You left on your own as your soul was calling, so to speak. So huge respect to you from me, and I think from everyone in Tashkent Breakfast Club. And the second thing is, you are not alone in giving up dreams. Okay, we all have, but treat it not as giving up your dream, but your dream has been upgraded. It's become much bigger because you're still gonna get a lake house. You're still gonna kayak and paddle with your, dogs and other wonderful things. Only you're gonna do it in a much grander place and in a much grander ways. That's all I wanted to add.
Yes, support.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, let me just point out this. You've gone from Georgia, I believe Armenia. You're now in Kazakhstan. You're thinking about going to Uzbekistan.
Yeah, right.
Where's the final stop? Or is there a final stop?
We're looking for it.
There's lots of nice beaches and lakes in the States.
Yes.
Yes, we heard about it.
Okay.
We should see it by our own
Is
eyes.
coming to the United States something that you considered? Is something that you want to do?
Of course we did, but something we had that it's becoming tougher and tougher to come to United States to get visa, to get the working visa, and etc. So we thought that maybe we need to have more potential to give to America just to have a chance to come.
Okay. Well, let's set that aside for a moment and whatnot. I mean, if coming to the United States and going to North Korea is easy and didn't require any visas or anything like that, which one would you choose?
I think that you already had that we left Russia because we couldn't stand this inability to be free. So I think that easy answer is, of course, it's USA because it seems like a country of freedom, they say. So.
Yeah. Okay. Now, imagine that you were here in the United States. So what would you envision your life to be like?
First of all, we can't really imagine our life without work. Our works are really something that made us the people who we are right now. So, of course, we want to work. We want to grow in our professions. For me, it's e-commerce, and for Gleb, it's this logistic and warehouse IT infrastructure. And I think there are a lot of things that we can do for these fields in USA, and of course we can learn a lot about it there, because for example for my field it's one of the biggest countries in e-commerce for right now. Of course there is a China, but it's the whole another topic.
Yes. Okay.
But aside of our professions, of course, we dream of a house when we live with our dogs,
Okay.
the community of people around us who we can live this life with.
All right. And let me ask you this: how has the move or the change in your circumstance, how does that affect your family relations and your friends and that type of stuff? You left people behind. Are you able to maintain contact with them? Are you able to? Well, go ahead. You answer that question.
If we are talking about our family as we are together,
Yeah.
so
I'm
it just
telling you to come back home.
to be honest, no, they don't.
Okay. Okay.
They support us, I can say. Of course, they miss us, and a few times we were able to manage to bring them to the places where we are, to Georgia and Armenia, to see them there. But mostly it's support and love, even though right now we are in a distance.
Okay.
How have you found it moving through the different countries, language-wise? I know Russia was dominant since they were satellite states of the USSR. Have you had to pick up more languages?
As for Georgia, for example, a lot of people they speak Russian or English or both, but of course you have to know some simple words for your everyday life. For example, how to say hello, how to say thank you, how to buy something in a store, but just like some easy phrases for everyday life. Just to be respectful to people in the country.
But in Georgia, people don't like if you speak Russian.
Yes, they don't.
Yeah.
Especially young people, they don't like Russian, and a lot of them don't speak, but they speak pretty good English, to be honest. So you can manage to live there. And in Armenia and Kazakhstan, a lot of people speak Russian, so you almost don't need to know anything.
In Kazakhstan, it is the second government language.
Yeah.
Russian. You can take service or a lot of for Russian.
And since you're both in IT, you have a lot of exposure to English.
Yeah.
So, both of your English is very good, I think, if you're understanding us and following along. So,
Thank you very much.
Yes.
like I tell all of the guests, your English is 10 times better than my Russian.
What is e-commerce? Tell me what that is. I mean, I hear the term thrown about all the time.
Okay. It's selling things through the internet. So all your applications, for example, you're buying something from Amazon and it's e-commerce, actually.
Okay. All right.
So
in many
what-
ways, you both could join your efforts if you got jobs at Amazon.
Yes.
You,
Yes.
you would handle the e-commerce and he would handle the logistics and warehouse.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely. Jeff
Amazon,
Bezos, if
give
you're
us a call.
listening, yep. We have 2 VPs here waiting to join the team.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, that's right. Bezos is Amazon. Yes. Okay. All right. I get my oligarchs mixed up. They all look alike to me. All right. So we got the dogs. We got your education. You were both educated in St. Petersburg, correct?
No, I'm from Belarus, and I got my education in Minsk.
Oh,
It's a capital of
okay.
Belarus.
Yes, yes, I've heard of it. Never been there, but I've heard of it. All right. Um, yeah. Tell us about moving with the dogs. That has to be, with all the places that you went to, that has to be a little bit of an.
The harder thing is to rent an apartment because usually people think about shedding and all the damage that dog can cause. But to be honest, first of all, our dogs are like grown-up dogs already, and the second thing is sometimes we should pay a little bit extra just to be able to rent an apartment.
Now we lived in a Muslim country, a lot of Muslim people, and they people don't like animals, don't like dogs.
Oh,
Yeah, our team
Okay.
in Tashkent has experienced some of that cultural difference.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we still managed to find a community of dog owners, and they are very friendly and very nice people and help us a lot.
okay. But your logistics, so tell me, when you decide to leave St. Petersburg and go to Georgia, was it by airplane? Was it by boat? Was it by train? Or was it in the car?
To Georgia, we move by car, and Armenia
okay.
by car. From Kazakhstan,
To Kazakhstan, we moved by plane.
by plane. Yeah,
Yes, and dogs
Okay.
were.
the first flight for dogs.
Yes, it was our first flight with dogs, and it was.
I think a lot of nervous.
Yes,
For
yes. It was one of the hardest days in our immigration history.
Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. No, I was just kind of, obviously I'm curious about that. It's like, okay, it's one thing to pack a suitcase, it's another thing to pack a dog. So, that's always a little bit more challenging.
Yes, it is, but it was never a question. They are part of our family. They are our family
Yeah.
members. So
Yeah.
they're so important to us. So we always thought that we should, if we are decided to move somewhere, we should take them with us.
So do they have their own passports now?
Of course. And it seems like their passports are stronger than ours because they don't need.
We can hear them
Okay.
too now.
Unfortunately, that's
Yes.
true.
Kate, your English is outstanding. Where did you learn? Where'd you pick it up?
Hard to say. I think I started to learn it in at school in Belarus, and
Okay.
then I actually was so interested to speak because when I understood that I can speak with anyone in this world, almost anyone, of course, it was such a huge motivation for me that I started to take everything in English, like all the content, everything, movies, books, and etc. Everything in English. So it was a good base of my school education, and then a lot of motivation.
And now
Baywatch,
motivation for
Friends.
me.
Yes, of course, it's my favorite series. And to be honest, now I am showing it to Gleb. We're on season 2.
Wait,
Now-
which one?
I study English every day with Duolingo, and
Yes.
twice per week I'm have lesson for teacher with teacher. Yeah,
Okay. All right. Wait, what was that television series you're talking about? Was that Baywatch or I don't know?
I'm sorry.
Which
I
TV
know.
series?
Friends.
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 Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Friends is universal. Almost every airline I've ever been on has episodes of Friends.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Let me see. You're an expert in online commerce, logistics, organization for the average viewer. Yeah.
So how did you meet? How did you two meet?
Yes.
Did you meet at university?
No. We meet in Moscow after COVID. When was COVID, I started a small business. I make homemade aroma, and after COVID, I went to Moscow from market and sold my candles, diffusers, and meet Kate. Kate bought candle by me, and after text me and we meeting.
So you attracted her by your smell.
Yeah.
By sense.
Yeah.
Yes, that's actually what I say to him, that if this scandal was bad, it will our family will never happen.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking here at the notes here, and it says, Kate, your e-commerce experience includes working with luxury, FURLA, and mass market, SEPHORA.
Yeah.
How did your work help people more conveniently and quickly buy the products they love?
Actually, a lot of ways to make someone to buy products, of course. First of all, we of course studied what people buy with in their carts, for example. For example, if someone is buying, let's say, lipstick, they usually want to buy lip pencil with it. So when you're studying it and try to find all these connections between products, you just can advise to people what to buy else. Also, we did a lot of games, all this gamification, when you can play with products and do some fun activities to find something new. For example, you're showing us your favorite fragrance, and we are telling you what you can also like with the same sense, for example, and maybe that's how we can help you to find something new, but something that you will like. So a lot of things we did, and I really enjoyed this time, because also to be a part of such huge company as, for example, SEPHORA, where you can meet all your international colleagues who share their knowledge with you, it was very impressive.
So specifically in e-commerce, what are you working on? Are you coding? What stack are you working on?
No, not. I am more as a commercial part of team. To be honest, I started with everything. I even worked on the start of my career. I worked even on warehouses to just put products inside of the boxes. And right now, I'm a head of e-commerce in one part of a huge Kazakh company. So I'm responsible for everything, for sales, for marketing, for logistic, for everything that includes online selling.
And isn't it amazing that the philosophy applies to everything? Your philosophy background?
It is. And to be honest, I think that philosophy is to be open to everything new, and to find the solutions in different situations.
What about you, Gleb? Are you coding, or what's your role?
Now I'm product owner, logistic solutions, transport management system, and warehouse management system. I have 12 years experience in logistics.
So what ERP stacks are you running? Are you running like SAP? What programs are you?
No, I'm started in Russia. This time it's not SAP. I know, but this time it's not popular. A lot of Russian systems
In-house. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what's the biggest challenge around product management and logistics these days in Central Asia?
My last project, it is a big cosmetic company. I think you know, it's Avon. Avon localization business in Russia. In Russia has manufactured and a lot of import products go to Russia and other countries. And my role, it's all logistic. It's the Russian part of Avon, migration from SAP to Russian system, because it's sanctioned, it's not supporting. It is I think it is it's my longest project and it's difficult because Avon has interesting business model. It's not retail.
Yeah. Interesting interesting challenges in logistics these days, I would think. Yeah.
I see you've accepted, I guess, or you've been offered employment in Uzbekistan. So what's that all about? What will you be doing? Is it a new company? Is it a new job? Or are you
I think it is a new experience for me because it's new country. I think it's a difficult logistic because in Uzbekistan has city
Cities that are far away from the center.
Yes, and it is the biggest retail
Chain.
Biggest retail chain in Uzbekistan, and I need developed new solutions for this company. It's
bigger retail footprint. So
Yeah.
Okay.
So are you up for the challenge?
Yeah, it's a new challenge for me.
Yeah. Well, that's exciting. And what about you, Kate? Are you along for the ride, or do you have something lined up?
Right now, I have my challenges here in Kazakhstan. So we decided that there will be some time. I hope that it will be a few months when we are going to live like in two countries, like part-time in Uzbekistan, part-time in Kazakhstan. The reason is because I am I can't really leave something behind when I started it.
Yeah.
So I want to make few things here on the project I'm working right now. So then I will be able to join Gleb in Uzbekistan with free mind.
Well, that's a testament to your work ethic that you're not going to leave the clients or your business hanging. That you're going to
Who am
finish
I?
your
Very
commitment.
noble.
Where will the dogs be?
Mostly with me. I already found few nannies who will help me.
Oh, okay.
Dog nannies.
Yes, there are dog nannies.
Nice, nice. So for those of us Americans, is there an advantage to Kazakhstan over Uzbekistan in the wintertime?
Uh, we can't say about the whole countries, but for example, for between Almaty and Tashkent, we can say that mountains are right here in Almaty. So if you are skiing or maybe snowboarding, Almaty is the best place to be in winter, I think.
There's actually a ski resort near Tashkent. Not as good as Chimbulak, but you still can ski and you can ride. But I tell you, the weather-wise, there's not even a close comparison. Tashkent is so much nicer. It's so much warmer. The winter lasts so much shorter, and then there is no wind in Tashkent. Tashkent is great. I used to work in Almaty. I know. I know the place. I went there in the winter time. Very nice place, very nice city, very modern, developed, but climate-wise,
Totally agree.
Okay.
No, last winter we lived in Armenia and it was warm too.
Armenia is much better, yes, than Kazakhstan. And forget about northern Kazakhstan. It's like Siberia,
Yeah. That is why I told only about Almaty.
Okay. So, of all the places you lived, hey, what is your most distinguishing memory? Say, let's start with Georgia. What made Georgia different than all the others?
Georgia was our first country in immigration,
Yes.
so of course it was special. We spent there 2 years, I think, almost 2 years, and the nature there is incredible. There is a sea, there are mountains. Tbilisi, the beautiful city, very ancient, very nice, and they have the local saunas, and it's nothing like anywhere you can find. It's just a special place that I miss always. If you're talking about Armenia, it's always in our hearts. It's our favorite place in the world. I think that Armenia is really it's priceless. People there are so kind, so respectful. They are always ready to help. The food is amazing. I don't know why no one in the world know about Armenian cuisine, but it is the best. Even though I was in Uzbekistan, it's nice, it's beautiful, it's tasty, but I can't say enough words about Armenia. So
What's the special Armenian food? What's the special dish?
my favorite is zhingalov hats. It's the kind of bread with herbs, with a lot of herbs. If you think about herbs, imagine more and even a little bit more.
Nice.
Yes, it's I love it. If you ever go to Yerevan, just ask us. We will say where you should go and try zhingalov hats.
I never meet kind people, and I think you feel all-time festival if you live in Yerevan an all-time festival. All people smile on the street. It's
Yes.
really good.
And they're really smiling with their hearts. It's not false. It's really true smile they show to you.
Hey, can I ask you a personal question? You see, I was born and grew up in Little Armenia in Rostov-on-Don, and yeah, like half of our population is Armenian there, and we have Armenian traditions and food and everything. And then I've been to Georgia quite a few times. So, which one do you like better, Georgia or Armenia?
Armenia.
Armenia, of
Always
course.
Armenia.
Armenia. And you like
Yes.
food better in Armenia as well?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's good food. Good food. And by the way, it's very known in the world, and it's known in the USA. It's like
Oh.
hardly any town or city you can find without Armenian diaspora or Armenian cuisine. You know, because they have it everywhere, pretty much.
When I lived in Chicago, there was a huge. I had an Armenian friend in university. His last name was Asadorian, and no one
Yeah,
ever made no one ever made fun of him.
Instagram, a lot of American company top manager in Armenian people.
Hmm. So
My
what
last
was
name was Samoilov, and then in our class in high school, they used to call us Samoilyan. You know, like Ivanov, Ivanyan. That's how cool Armenians.
so what was your choice to move to Kazakhstan then? Was it purely for work? If you loved Armenia that much, or were there other circumstances that?
Unfortunately, there are no that much of professional opportunity there for us. So
Small country. Mhm.
yeah. That's the only reason.
Well, how long were you in Armenia then?
I think year and a half, something like that.
Okay. All right. And you've been in Kazakhstan now for what, maybe another year?
No, almost 6 months.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Let me see what we have here. Should we get the audience hitting us with questions? And okay, let's go back to the United States. Oh no, you studied philosophy, and you ended up in e-commerce. Gleb studied management. Okay, we talked about that. That's kind of strange. You know, your careers are a little bit different. I mean, it's not bad. It's not great. No, it is great. It's, you know, how, you know, you don't necessarily see a philosophy student going for e-commerce. So
Yes.
management, yeah,
But
logistics, that's the same.
I can explain. Actually, my dream was to teach philosophy, but unfortunately, not something where you can get some money. So
Yeah.
it's,
No one wants to pay you
Yeah.
to be a philosopher.
yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So we have to pay our bills.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm the same way with music. I wanted to be a musician, but if I had to play music to pay the rent, it wouldn't be any fun. But
Yeah.
I tell people that as well. I have a computer science degree, and I tell all of my colleagues often that of all of the courses in my university career, of all of the courses that I took, the one course that I go back to, there's two courses that I use all the time. One is philosophy, and the other is logic. And those are the two courses that stick with me throughout my whole professional life.
Cool. Thank you.
All right. back to the United States. If you had a choice, what appeals to you about the United States as far as where to live? More in the center, mountains, shore, ocean?
Have you been to the States?
Have you
No,
been
I've never been there.
Okay. Have you ever been to any English-speaking country?
Uh, if we're speaking about previous colonies, for example, we've been to Sri Lanka and India, so but it's not really an
Okay.
English-speaking countries. But
Oh,
this
okay. No, I was just kind of curious if you've ever been to an English-speaking country to experience, that type of community. Okay. We're looking at perseverance and talent and high moral values. What message would you like to convey to the American community about the value of immigrants displaced by conflicts like yourself? What would you bring to America?
First of all, I think that it's pretty important to say that there is such a thing as the passport privilege. And we are people who were born in countries with some history. And that is why we have these passports. We can't really, that are giving us some difficulties in this life to travel, to find a professional way in some countries as well. But we still have a lot of experience and a good education, and we can show to the communities some ways of living and thinking that we got through our lives. So I think that maybe that's the main point, that it's not like we want to come somewhere and to get somebody's places or somebody's job. For example, many years ago, I moved from Belarus to Russia, and there were some people who thought that I'm just someone who came to get someone's job. But to be honest, I worked hard, and I worked from the start of my industry, from doing the simple job to maintain my professional skills and to know what am I doing. So that is the part of my history, and that is what I can bring to new places and to new communities.
No, I think about technology in United States is best technology. For example, in warehouse. Interesting for me, automatization warehouse, and Amazon started robotization maybe 5 or more years ago, and this technology start in Russia maybe in the last year, and Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan, I think, know this technology. I think it is another items, a lot of best technology in the United States. You can try, you can learn, and you can work with this technology.
Okay. I was
I think
given a thought as Kate was speaking, and philosophy, and I think you'll find here, you will see the philosophy of scarcity that pops up every now and then, but you will more often find a philosophy of abundance. So there's not that. It's very rare that you have people saying that you're taking our jobs, and it's usually somebody who's never had a job, and we'll say that about an engineer or doctor or a tech person coming in and doing something.
Well, people who it's people who are misinformed
Yes.
Absolutely. Or people who have never worked alongside an immigrant. Often.
Well, my point was that
After
they
they
never
get
worked.
done, yeah, and they don't realize that they just interacted with 2 or 3 immigrants in the last day, whether they went to the hospital or what. Yeah.
Yes.
It's the
Yeah.
first thing I always ask my clients nowadays when they've been to a medical procedure. Well, how many immigrants helped you with that?
I think for Gleb, it would be also an exciting time because as they speak about AI and robotics and moving products through warehouses and things of that nature, um, yeah, it's going to be exciting times as they progress through that. Because as much as Amazon has grown, they're having trouble finding people to work there.
Yeah.
And
Particularly in the expertise in developing the robotics, developing the logistics.
Mhm.
So
yeah,
no, you wouldn't have a problem in terms of your skill set in the United States. And I like what you said, Kate, about you're not taking people's jobs. I've always found it a strength to work along people that have a different background and have a different way of thinking and a different set of philosophy to bring to the table. So I would welcome the opportunity to work alongside you.
Thank you very
yes.
much.
Yes. All right.
Friends, we have a
Okay.
few questions, very interesting ones.
Good.
Would you like to beam them up?
Let's see if I can find them. Here we go.
There is an awesome question from Natalia Koroleva. Let's do that next.
So here's a question: who found a job quicker, the logistics expert or the e-commerce expert? Who's more in demand?
He does, but
Yeah.
the reason is not because his job is more important than mine, but the reason is because usually I'm not looking for a job before I made everything I wanted. I already mentioned it, so
Yeah.
I'm trying
No,
to do all my best.
I think it's different for region because in Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan is the center of Silk Way, and now it's all company needed automatization logistic because world it changes, yeah, and this country need changes if they want to grow.
Yeah.
But I think in American, European country, gate professional is more important, maybe.
I don't think there is any like more important or less important. It's just I'm pretty sure our both professions are equally important.
Okay.
And
Приемлемо.
Oh, nice way to be political. That's good. That will help
I
later
was
on.
just thinking that we just run some betting odds, for when you guys when you're playing lands, and we'll just take bets on, who's going to get the first job.
That does make sense, though, logistics, because you live on the Silk Road, so logistics would be an important.
I'm
It
sorry,
would be.
it looks like
Two.
Wait, do we have another one?
no. Okay, maybe maybe it was just a mistake.
What was the other question, Konstantin?
This question from Natalia Koroleva. This one right here. Oh, I can't pin it. What is the main advice you'd give to talented people from the other countries who are just planning to move to the USA? So I love this question. I don't know, Gleb and Kate, are you qualified to give advices to people who are moving
I'm not
to other
sure.
countries. I don't think it's just for this is more
Well,
general advice, not just
yeah.
for America, but for anywhere. If you plan to move to change your life drastically, that's one thing, and America is another thing. So, what would be your advice to anyone who's planning to change their life, very drastically?
I think there can be two advices. First one is I already told, it's to be open, because you will meet new people with another way of thinking, and you should. Uh, it can take some time to understand them and what they want, and sometimes they will try to find a solution that are already here in the world, but they don't know it. And the second one is to have your priorities, because for us, our family is our priority, our small world that we built together, and no matter what is happening around, we are our priority, and that's the main thing.
I give practical advances. Don't rent apartment for a long time in the first time. Because you need check.
Neighborhood.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fair
right.
enough.
Mhm.
Fair enough. And you know what? I can add to that, and I can give advice to anyone who plans to move to America. Well, one thing you absolutely must do is to get up from your butt and get moving. Okay, because if you make step by step, over time you'll get there. So you need to dream and start taking actions. And then number two, English. Learn how to speak English as soon as you can. Okay, practice, practice, practice. Because America is about hard work and about like networking and just embracing the culture. You don't want to come to America and not being able to speak English, and it is just quality of your life is going to be so much lower. And the third thing is, one thing, it's a must. Okay, you can get by without English, but without willingness to work hard, you will not make it in America. So you have to dream, you have to take actions towards your dream, you have to learn how to speak English, and you have to be ready to work hard. That's all.
I think you tell about all content, all busy or all professional. You need work hard and learn a lot of.
Not in Uzbekistan. You get a job and then you pretend you work, you eat pilaf, you talk to people. You say, oh, tomorrow, okay, fine. Of course, we'll meet tomorrow. We'll do that project next week. And you're in the flow, It's a journey. It's not destination. So Uzbekistan, I assume there are other countries as well. It's a very nice place. It's just not like a big work culture. You know what I mean?
I will just add to the
Parts of the
English.
United States that have that.
Yeah.
I guess the term is laissez-faire. Attitude. My neighbor is basically, he's moving from Philadelphia to Puerto Rico, and Puerto Rico has that laissez-faire culture. Where he's asking the contractor who's working on his house, trying to get his house ready. He says, "Oh, yeah, maybe like next week or the week after." In Philadelphia, that doesn't fly. That doesn't make sense. And whatever you say, we want you there tomorrow, and we want you there at 1500 hours. And if you are there at 1501, you are late. Whereas there, it's kind of like, yeah, maybe I'll come in. Maybe I won't. That type of stuff. And
Oh, maybe next week if you're lucky.
Yeah, later.
yeah,
Mañana. It's called mañana
Yeah.
culture.
Later.
In,
Later could be 1 hour or 1 month.
Yes. In Uzbekistan, it's called artaga. So mañana is tomorrow, and artaga.
yes. So
I just wanted to say, though, about the English, to your point, that English is important in the United States. However, in the United States, you have to keep in mind that we are pretty forgiving of your English. And that's because most of us are pretty bad with languages ourselves. And so,
Yeah.
until you get into a professional setting, if you're on the street, people will just appreciate that you're making an effort to speak English. No one's going to say, "Oh, your English is terrible."
I can comment on that from first-hand experience. And Eric, you are right on. And that's one of the things I love about America is people are just tolerant and forgiving. Okay. And then they welcome you even if you don't speak English. You get by. As I said, you can get by. Well, not speaking English drives you crazy. Not those who tolerate you, but you yourself. Because it puts limits on your professional growth. It puts limits on your self-esteem. It puts limits on your life, basically. Without English, it's really hard to jump high. You can jump to the ceiling, but this is it. You're there because you can't explain yourself what you want in different situations. So they're forgiving, but you are not. It's eating you inside usually.
It's always it's very humbling to feel stupid. I will never forget that when I lived as an expat in Switzerland, and I didn't speak any French when I moved to Switzerland, and all of a sudden, wow, I can't say anything. Yeah, so I can relate to that experience.
That's called the dog's stage. You understand everything, but you can't say anything.
Yeah.
Just like this dog.
There is a serious American family where one of the characters, Gloria, she says, "You don't imagine how smart am I in Spanish."
Oh, I used to say that. I used to say I was really upset about not being able to express myself.
Mhm.
And I'd say people, it's so easy for me to do in Russian. You should see me when I speak Russian. I'm on fire.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very humbling to study another language. Yep. Do we have any more
few more-
comments or questions? We're coming up on the top of the hour. These hours always go very quickly.
Shall we take one more question?
We have it.
Ed Consultant, you mentioned that in group students practice understanding accents and individual speech patterns. How important is this for life and work in multicultural America? Well, that's not a question to Gleb and Kate. That's more to Manus and Eric.
Yeah, I wonder if that's not one that was from Irina last week. But
Could have been.
yeah,
I guess I missed it.
I can maybe. I think the question had to do with if you're studying English, what are the differences between American English? Because a lot of people outside of the States, the English that you learn is what we call Oxford English or British English. And last week we had an ESL instructor on, and we were talking about all the different accents. So that's something in the United States to get used to is the different, it's like Russian, like you have different accents in Russia.
Yes, we do.
So I would say,
Nations that are Russian speaker, but it's not their first language. So
yeah, I would say to foreigners that the accent that you hear on the nightly news, I forget what it's called, but it's the Midwest Standard Reporter accent, is the accent that you want to study if you want American English. So it's typically the accent that you would hear a news anchor speaking on the nightly news on any big news broadcast. That's what do they call it? The Mid-Atlantic Manis, something like
I
that.
believe so, yes.
Mid-Atlantic broadcaster accent.
That's more like Maryland
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
southern Pennsylvania.
yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to study someone from New Orleans or or a southern drawl unless you're going to be living in the South. Because if you come to the
Yes and no.
United States talking like a
I will tell you that we had a famous athlete. He spent 17 years of his career, and after his career, he spent mostly in the Northeast and California. He grew up here in Western Pennsylvania, but he spent 4 years of his college in Alabama, and he always spoke with that drawl. And for him, that accent was almost like his brand.
Yeah.
Yeah. And but yeah, it's it all depends. But I can tell you that there are places here in the United States that yes, they do speak English, or at least they claim to speak English, but I do not understand. So, but they seem to understand me. So that's okay. Yeah. All right.
Any more questions? Any more questions from you, Kate or Gleb? Do you have any questions for us?
Not really, to be honest. We're not ready
Yeah.
to take questions. But
Well-
we are very pleased to be here, and thank you very much for your questions and for being so kind for us.
We're very pleased that you could join us for this edition of Meet Your New Neighbors. And before we
Yes.
close, we always have to say the many ways you can support us. Manis, take it
Yes.
take it away.
Oh, many ways you can support Brain Drain is going to braindrain.work/donate or braindrain.work/volunteer. So we need as many people, and as you can see, the immigration is both. They call it difficult. I call it expensive, because once we have the financing, it's not that difficult. And hopefully this young couple will be able to prove it to you once they decide to get started. And they'll show you, oh, it was a lot easier than we thought. So support us, support them, and let's bring people here, and let's build our lives together.
Absolutely. And keep tuning in every Monday at noon Eastern for more interesting guests and people that could be potentially your new neighbor. And we'll see you again
Yes.
next week.
Thank you, folks. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed this and maybe even learned something new. If you did, don't just vanish into the algorithm. Hit like, subscribe, and follow us on social. It's the easiest way to support our work and make sure you never miss what's next. Want to stay in the loop without relying on big tech's mood swings? Sign up for our monthly newsletter. And if you've got the means, donations of any size keep our programs running strong. As a 501c3, your gift is tax deductible where the law allows. Together, we can turn Brain Drain into America's next big breakthrough.